Residential schools took languages away from many families. Intergenerationally, many of us are trying to reconnect. Mary grew up in Saddle Lake. Blue Quills was the residential school that Mary attended as a young person. Mary is one of those individuals that you might expect had lost her language, but she loved her language and she maintained it. The Indian Act had it in such a way that if you wanted to do a university degree as a First Nation person, you actually had to give up the status in the community. And in the 1970s, the University of Alberta was making room for Indigenous peoples in their degree granting programs. So Mary had the opportunity to get a degree through the pathway of starting in this 2-year program, the Morning Star program. But what was it like for her to now be engaged in a post-secondary program that's run by the University of Alberta, but it's the same building that she attended residential school? And this is what I love about Mary, is the courage.
Mary Cardinal Collins, she has been instrumental in supporting Indigenous language revitalization. Her contribution working for Alberta Education was instrumental in getting Aboriginal studies into high schools across Alberta. Formally and informally, she has been a mentor to many, in particular, Indigenous women who are looking to find their identity, looking to build their language skills. And then also, she's been translating children's books into onihcikiskwapiwinihk that are still in circulation today. There's a lot of pain and shame around language loss, and turning it into something that is beautiful, that we're really acknowledging the history and acknowledging that this really does need to happen to really fulfill all parts of our identity and who we are as Indigenous people.
The work that Mary does in language is important. Cree language has spirit. It's alive in ways that English isn't, and it has such rich and deep meaning. Each sound has a meaning and how it's connected to the sounds of the land, and it has such a wealth of knowledge of how to live well in the world. So when Mary engages in the work of translating children's story, it gives them an opportunity to learn the language in a more natural way that like we would have in the past. So these books bring that language alive for the next generation.
It is so significant that Mary is receiving this award. Mary has done this work for years, prior to the Truth and Reconciliation Commission's calls to action, prior to the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, prior to the UN Decade on Indigenous Languages. So this is why it's significant that Mary be recognized and honored this year.
Having her honored in this way honors all of us and the work that's still being done, and honors her in a way that inspires those of us to keep going, that it is recognized, that it's been valuable, that things have grown because of her, and the world is a better place for the work she continues to do and has done.
Okay. Tough way.